again, everyone, to round 13's episode of Latrobe GPL 357, where we are getting right to the business end of the season. I'd like to introduce our host today. First of all, up the end, our normal co-host Theo Maralakis of the Wood Ducks.
G'day, guys.
And we are now joined by two of the Vultures. Their captain from the start, Murray Dowles. G'day, Murray.
Good morning, boys.
And the spiritual leader himself, wearing the old uniform, Georgie Smith.
Well done, Tom.
Welcome, Georgie. Guys, as always, we'll go through some reviews of last week. We'll search for some lost degrees out in the course. As we always do, Theo will get straight into these guys with some hard-hitting questions. Got a couple of 100-game players to highlight, a little bit about the keg watch, and we'll whip into the tips again. So I might start us off with our reviews, and I've got the All-Night Chemist versus the Dynasty. And the Dynasty 172 beat the Chemist 170. The All-Night Chemists now, to make the finals, need a lot of luck. I mean, they need a real lot of luck. But the Dynasty, back to ninth again, they are without question the most dangerous team outside the eight. Who you got there, Murray?
I've got the Sewer Rats. And the Ferrets, yes. Sewer Rats, they certainly had some top four aspirations at the beginning of the season. They actually beat us in the first round, and some of them are defected Vultures, and some of them are a little bit upset that I've chosen a stronger pink colour than they've got, but however, that's another story. So they've taken a bit of a hit lately, I think, and as far as the Ferrets go, a second win under the preferred lies rule, so it looks like they're still there fighting.
Yeah, 184 to 170, a really good score by the Ferrets. They like these preferred lies. Who you got there, Georgie?
Oh, first of all, I've got the Tunners and F-Troop. The Tunners, while they're on the top four, be assured with them, they're on top of the list. And they continue towards the finals. But I like their warm-up. It's always in the spike bar for a few pots before
the Georgie Smith bar, Georgie.
Yeah,
they do warm up well like that.
That's the best warm-up period, and they're on top of the ladder. And have a look at the F-Troop. They're a little bit of trouble there. They've got to defence the KO. And their next lunch is going to be a big post-mortem. I'd like to see them afterwards.
Let's say. Who you got there?
Yeah, I got the Corruptibles versus the Vultures. The Corruptibles 182 to the Vultures 165. Your bold Murray. Not good, mate. 7 in a row with the pink top. Must be a curse from who's the other team with the pink?
Sewer
The Sewer Rats. Must be a curse from them. But I feel like the Corruptibles are a real team. They get together. They always wear the tops. A few of them don't, but yeah.
Yeah, they're going all right. Guys, how's the season going? Before you bought these new uniform, Murray, you're sitting 4 and 2 in the 8, in the 4 actually you were, and you've had 7 losses in a row.
Well,
how are they working out for you?
Bit of a bogey, I suppose, but we had 5 new draft picks, so we had to get some new gear anyway.
True.
And Georgie looks great still in the old grey outfit, but we thought we'd bump it up a bit and introduce some new products.
I was going to say, what are you doing as captain to inspire this team?
Well, I've been trying to do everything. Made our own supplement juice, which we've been trying to get the boys to drink.
Didn't that out of the northwest, did you? Melbourne, did you at all?
No names mentioned, but you know, it certainly hasn't improved us a lot. I've given them new toys. We had key rings made up, badges. I don't know what else I can do, but maybe we might have to go back to the grey shirts.
Maybe. Oh, geez, that would be controversial.
I think we'll run another season with the pink and fire up. Maybe we've got too many morning players.
Maybe, yeah.
We seem to have about 8 or 9 every week. There's only a couple of afternoon boys, and the cold weather hasn't helped much. So it's been tough for those morning boys out there, but we'll keep going.
Yeah, I must admit the morning teams have done it tough this year. There's no doubt about it. How's your high? Is the old ex-Ferret Jeff Pratt, has it been worth the transfer fee, which I'm sure he demanded to come across to the Vultures?
Look, I named him the Rock because we lost our great Rock in the McCrowan. He had to move on down south. But I said, Pratty, you're now the Rock in the Vultures. He was pretty happy with that. He thought that was a good honour.
How's the Rock been?
Yeah, well, been a bit of a pebble, I reckon. He hasn't quite rocked. But hopefully he'll warm up a bit.
No. Well, as we do each week, we travel out onto the course and have a bit of a look at what's going on out there, searching for these lost degrees, and it's amazing what you find out. Class 1 and 0 back in town.
Gummers are flying. I think we got 30, 38, 36. We're already home.
Already home. This is at lunchtime. Called it early. Sewer rats.
Hanging in. We're hanging in. We'll fight.
What's going on here, Precy?
Yeah, with the captain of the opposition.
Yeah.
I've just given him a cigarette.
16 holes to go, and he reckons I'll be 6 down, but I reckon I'll be out. Could do a couple of them.
It's a bit of a worry when he's playing par. He's played 2 holes and he's already 3 down. I'm not sure how that's possible, but apparently it's happened.
We're here with Matty Sellers, captain of the Wood Ducks. Matty, talk to us about the Wood Duck season this year.
Look, it hasn't been great. We've been struggling for numbers as per usual. But I think Theo's played pretty well this year himself.
Where do you go to? Where do we go to from here for a little bit of respect?
At the end of this season, there'll be
Chopping and changing?
There'll be a big chop.
Oh.
There'll be a big meeting, and I think a lot of guys will have to go.
A few people at the AGM?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'll give you a couple.
Thank you, Matty. Keep it up.
So we're out here looking for some degrees. In the 100th game, you had a false start last week.
Yes.
The back gave up, but this week, 1 down. Looking all right.
Yes, we're hanging in. We want to go to the line for the team.
The Dynasty, you got a lot of players here today. It must be very unusual.
Anyone would think it'd be getting near the finals,
You would think
but
so.
we're battling to make it.
Good stuff, mate. Keep it going, Jeff. All right,
This bloke went to the pastry shop and he's looking at those lemon tarts. They asked a pastry cook, how you make those etchings on lemon tarts? The bloke, pastry cook, I use my false teeth, I go like that. The bloke said, that's unhygienic. Don't have a tool. He said, yes, but I use it for the donuts.
See, okay. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Geez, we miss him. He's a funny guy. Always with the jokes. Hopefully he'll be back for you guys next year.
Yep, well, he's talking about it, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll keep going with our next reviews, and I've got the Buglers versus the Gummers. This was the match of the round. We've had 181 to 180. The Gummers got up by the single point. They really are marching now. They're into the top 4, and they intend to protect their survivor streak from the Corruptibles who are coming, looking to defend. And the Buglers, well, they lifted in this game, but they didn't get the win, and I think now their finals are in jeopardy. Who you got there, Murray?
I've got the Tridents versus Phoenix, and the Tridents got up just 2 points, 169 to 167. They're sounding like they want to stay at the top 4, but they're not very convincing, but you know, a little way to go yet. And the Phoenix looks like it was another close loss in a season that is now heading for wooden spoon round. So it might be a bit of a battle between the Phoenix and the Vultures.
Yeah, well, the Phoenix are all morning players just about, and they've really hurt this season with a lot of close losses.
Well, that explains what might be happening to us.
It gives some help.
Yeah.
Correct. Georgie, who you got there, mate?
Well, I got the Wood Ducks. They've had a big day out here. Miracle Ring. 183 points, and where are they on their way down near the bottom of the ladder?
Miracle, trust me. It was a
It was.
miracle.
I'll tell you what, it's a bit of a worry when that happens. They've had a big day and they beat the Brothers W. Their run of the finals took a bit of a hit and they're struggling a bit towards the end of the season, but they're still in there. They're only in 10th place, but they're only 1 game outside the final.
Exactly. What about you, Theo?
Yeah, I had Wally World versus the Wanderers. Wally World 165 in a disappointing loss to the Wanderers 181. Terrific score by the Wanderers, but geez, Wally World 165. Unlike them, they can't do that in the last 2 games, that's for sure, considering they're running 8 at the moment. And the Wanderers are threatening the top 4 position.
They are. Well, I tell you, I think maybe the burden of defending this premiership is starting to get to them. But we'll see. Well, every week, Theo gets the scalpel out and gets our guest in the chair and does a little bit of surgery. So I'll just hand it over to you, Theo, and see what you can extract from these.
Do you have a reason? Do you have a reason for me?
Murray,
Yes.
Whose fault is it individually for losing these 7 games? Name a player. Let's get into it.
Whose fault individually? I don't think we can do that. That's not fair.
All right, no worries.
I'll take the rap for last week though.
5 new draft picks. Was that a success, or is that a little bit of a
Work
ongoing
in
test?
progress still. Matt Pearson came on board with great hopes that he would fire up. He's had some good serious rounds. The morning boys, it's just been too cold, I think. So yeah.
George, how have your emotions been from how you went from probably round 5 looking at the ladder to now?
Oh, terrible. I had to drop out, I'm sorry, I had to drop out of the side. Not that I'm much of a loss, but I put a good replacement in, I thought, and Terry Murphy, but nothing's happened for the side.
And you were the first team out of the survive. Did that show the true potential of how bad they can really be?
No. That was just, we should have taken the rats out. But no, we expected to stay there longer. I expected a top 6 finish at least. But it's backfired a little.
Are there going to be any cuts for 2016?
Mum's the word at the minute. We're sort of, we'll see how we roll along a bit further. It'd be up to the individual boys themselves to come to me and say, look, I'm probably not up to this, but we won't push anyone out.
George, should there be a cut, yes or no?
From the side?
Yeah.
No, I think we're all in this for the fun. It's like football teams. Look at Melbourne beating Geelong last week. We would have picked that out.
We're not done yet.
Or Geelong?
Yeah, well, suddenly the Vultures could come along, and what have we got, 2 or 3 to go, Tony?
2 to go, and just to tell you what, Theo, you might want to just get that scalpel and sharpen up with some fairly blunt questions there, just hacking away there.
I can't wait to take down the Tunners. I really can't wait for that one.
No, we might turn the questions back on you, Wood Ducks, with where you've been going, Theo. But anyway, well done, guys.
We did get the Wood Ducks, actually.
Yeah,
we did get the Wood Ducks.
It's not a hard one.
That was before the pink shirts came in. We do have a couple of hundred, thanks Theo, we do have a couple of 100-game players. Steve Daly, the captain of F Troop from last week, couldn't play, so he'll be back to do his 100. And he's going to be joined by his fellow F Troopian, Andrew Fong, who's had a great season for me. Also with Steve was part of last year's knockout winning side, which I'm sure they'll be trying to defend in the finals. The last thing before we do the tips, the keg watch, the Tunners keep keg watch. George, you'll be loving this. If they win this thing, there'll be a free keg. They now sit at 11-2. They're 6 points clear. They're assured a top 2 position, and that puts them in a real strong position to make this dream come true.
Well, if there's a free barrel on, we'll come down and caddy for a couple of them.
I've no doubt you will, mate. They might need scorers as well, but they're doing fantastically well. Finally, we'll go to the tips for round 14. There's 2 to go. Finals just round the corner. We'll start with the Tunners in their keg watch against the Brother W's, and it's just hard to go past them. They just seem to be doing it every week. But the Brother W's will be needing this win, so it should be a close one, but I think the Tunners might just sneak over the top. Murray?
I agree. Yep, I'm going to Tunners.
And the Tunners for a percentage builder.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tunners for me.
F Troop playing the Vultures. The Vultures here, as much as I'd love to see you pull out the grey shirts and have a win, mate, I might think the F Troop like it over you. I think this is the curse of the Big Bambino.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll back the Vultures, and I'll put my grey shirt on for this Saturday. And we'll see what happens, George.
All right, then.
It might be back to the grey.
Okay.
I think the Vultures will come. We'll win the last couple just to make it look good for the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Vultures also.
Wanderers versus the Wood Ducks. Sorry, Pego, you guys, I just can't see you keeping that up. It was a miracle last week. I think the Wanderers just too consistent this year. Murray?
Yep, Wanderers. Sorry,
Jesus Christ! I'm going to go the Wood Ducks. I think we'll convincingly have a win over the Wanderers.
Alright, next are the Corruptibles against the Surats. This 2 weeks ago would have been a blockbuster. Surats have lost a little bit of momentum, and the Corruptibles are full steam ahead. The Corruptibles, I think.
I agree, Corruptibles.
So I'm going to go for the Sewer Rats. I think they can reverse their form.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Sewer Rats. I think they need it more for their top 4 position.
Yeah, they are not bad. Wallywell continuing the defence to run up against the Tridents. This is a cracking match with regards to this premiership table. So I think, it's a tough one to pick. I think the Tridents because they play more in the afternoon.
Okay, yeah, right. But the Wally World, No, they're strong, they're keen. I think they'll go.
Okay.
I think I'm with you, Tony. If they're more afternoon players, I think they've got a better chance.
Yeah, I'm with Murray. I think Wally World will have a win. They need it more, and don't need that. They've got the experience behind them.
A lot of
They can't back up a
Forward
one.
on
They
the
can't back
counter
the
play.
165 up with the 165.
Ferrets up against the Dynasty. Ferrets undefeated with preferred lies against the Dynasty. I reckon the Ferrets will just keep on going.
And win?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're in the dunny. No good, no good.
Well, the Dynasty's just outside the top 8, and I think they might put their heart into this week and really go.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they get more than 5 players on with the Dynasty also.
Yeah, well, they may. Get that next Phoenix against the Gunners. This is really almost top against bottom. Yeah, the Gunners, I think, at this, their momentum's just too strong. The Gunners for me.
Can't see Phoenix upsetting Gunners.
Gunners.
Then the final one is the Buglers versus the All Night Chemists. The Chemists need to win. The Buglers are really struggling, but they did return to form. I think the Buglers might just get their season back on track this week.
All Night Chemists, no, they won't shut up. They'll go. They'll win.
Is that Vinny's side?
It certainly is.
Yeah, I think they'll win. He'll talk them into it.
Yeah,
Or talk the Buglers out of it.
the Buglers for me, they're trying to fight for a top 4.
All right, so there we are. That is round 14 coming up this weekend. It really is a distance, and it's a very close leaderboard with the top 12 sides all a chance for finals still. Thanks, Theo, for your commentary once again, and for George and Murray for coming in and sharing your views with us. Very well done. Don't forget, everyone, if you want to win this thing, you need to turn up and play well. This has been Latrobe's GPL 357, and we'll see you next week.
See you then.